Hello, everyone. We will introduce the concept of service management, and we will start from the introduction of the service economy. So first of all, welcome to service economy. And in this section, we'll introduce the learning objectives of this chapter. And first, we will describe the central role of services in an economy. And next, we will identify and differentiate the 5 stages of economic activity. And next, we will describe the futures of pre-industrial, industrial, and post-industrial societies. And next, we'll describe the futures of the experience economy, contrasting the consumer with the business, that is the B2C and the B2B. And next, we will explain the essential features of the service dominant logic. Is new concept in the service economy, and it's important to have the idea of service dominant logic, and we'll introduce in this chapter. And next, we'll identify and critique the 6 distinctive characteristics of our service operation and explain the implications for managers. And next, we'll describe our service using the service packaging dimensions. And last, we will use the service process matrix to classify our service. And first of all, we need to define what the service is and what the service company is. And for the service definitions, we have 2 typical definitions for your reference. The first one defines services are deeds, processes, and performance. So here it means services are deeds. This means behavior, and processes, that means things to do, and the performance, that's the outcome of their behaviors. And next definition of service is that a service is a time-perishable, intangible experience performed for a customer acting in the role of a co-producer. And this definition includes more concepts, more elements about the service. And first it talks about time-perishable. That means service cannot be kept as inventories. Also, intangible experience is not tangible, as you can see. You can just sense it. And performed from a customer acting in a role of co-producer is also an important concept, co-producers. That means customer and the service provider, they had to work together to co-create value for themselves. And after we know the definition of service, let's move on to the definition of service forms. Here, this definition defines service enterprises are organizations that facilitate the production and the distribution of goods, support other firms in meeting their goals, and add value to our personal lives. This definition is broader in nature. Also, it has something to do with the society's whole well-being. And here, let's look at the important elements of this definition. The first one, service enterprise are organizations. So service firms are organizations. And this organization had the following features, such as facilitate the production and distribution of goods, facilitate the production and the distribution of goods. So not only the service, goods are also essential for the providing of services. Also, service firms had to work together. They had to support other firms. They had to work with other firms in meeting their goals. Also add a value to our personal lives. That's add a value to the well-being of the whole societies. So that's the definition of service firms. And due to its important nature, we can see that services are inevitable in every dimensions of our society. So we can look at this picture. It shows the facilitating role of services in an economy. In here, we can see all kinds of services in our current society. For example, we have financial services such as financing, leasing, and the insurance. Also, we need infrastructure service. That's all we need, like utilities. We pay what we use, such as communications, transportation, utilities, and banking. These are typical infrastructure services we required. And also we have personal services such as healthcare, restaurants, hotels. Also consumer is also kind of service provider, since they can provide self-services. They can help yourselves. They can help themselves. Also, we have distribution services in the marketing areas where wholesaling, retailing, and repairing, maintenance, and so on. Also, we have manufacturing. Manufacturing is kind of service inside companies. That's business functions operated in typical companies such as finance, accounting, legal, research and development, also design. These are manufacturing. That's also service, and they had the features that they operated inside one company. Also, we have business services, including consulting, auditing, advertising, and waste disposal, and so on. Finally, we have government services, including military, education, judicial, police, and fire protection, and so on. So from this picture, we see all kinds of services are offered and operated in our current society. So services play the important role to facilitate the development of our economy. Okay, that's all for this section. Thank you for your watching and listening. See you in next section. Thank you.